Hi guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome to Nickey's kitchen. Today I'm bringing you a very easy burger recipe. It's a barbecue mushroom burger recipe, and I'm using oyster mushrooms for this recipe, but feel free to use whichever mushrooms you please. I'm starting off by tearing the mushrooms apart with my hands. If you'd like, you could also use 2 forks to shred the mushroom. I'm tearing it into small bits. This will simply help the mushrooms absorb all the flavors of the barbecue sauce better. And once I'm done shredding my mushroom, I'll go ahead and add a little bit of spice to it. I'm adding paprika as well as cayenne pepper, and the cayenne is obviously optional. Into my pan, which has a teaspoon of oil, I'll add my mushrooms and turn them through the oil until they're fully cooked, and they'll really reduce in size. That's when I'll know they're fully cooked. And you want to make sure you don't add any salt to the mushrooms, because the salt will make them release a lot of moisture. Once the mushrooms are cooked, I'll add in my barbecue sauce, and I'm using store-bought barbecue sauce, but I'm working on a homemade barbecue sauce recipe, and hopefully I'll have it out to you guys soon. Once the mushrooms are ready, it's time to toast my buns. This step is also optional, but I would highly recommend it because it gives the bread a nice crispiness to it, which adds on to the texture of the burger. Once I'm done toasting my bread, I'll get started on my coleslaw, and I'm using red cabbage for this, but you can use green cabbage if you please. I'll also be using 2 carrots, and I'll start off by peeling the carrots with my Y peeler, after which I'll follow this up by shredding my red cabbage. I'm simply using a very sharp knife, and I'm making really thin slices down the cabbage. But if cutting cabbage isn't one of your strong suits, go ahead and use a grater to shred the cabbage. I'll then give the cabbage a rough chop, because with coleslaw, like any other salad, you want to cut your vegetables down into really small pieces. To the red cabbage, I'll add some salt and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Then with my hands, I'll get in there and give the cabbage a really nice massage. Yes, just like you and me, cabbages can also be massaged, and this will help in breaking down the cell walls of the cabbage, and it will help to make it softer. So massage the cabbage up to the texture of your liking, or if you find that it's still too tough for you, pour some hot water over it and let it sit for a few minutes to soften. Next, using my grater, I'm going to shred both of the carrots directly into the bowl containing the red cabbage. Then I'll combine these two to get my coleslaw. The final step before assembling my burgers is spreading over a mixture of ketchup and mayonnaise over my bread, and I'm using the same vegan mayonnaise that I made in my previous What I Eat in a Day video that I'll have linked down below in case you haven't watched that. It's now time to assemble these burgers, which means that I'm finally closer to devouring these delicious burgers. I have my mushrooms in barbecue sauce that I'm adding onto my burger buns with a ketchup and mayonnaise mixture. And how crazy is it that these mushrooms really resemble chicken? I'm getting every last one of the mushrooms onto my burgers because they're so delicious and I don't want to lose even a single one. The barbecue sauce gives them a really amazing flavor. On top of the mushrooms, I'm going to add on my coleslaw. The coleslaw together with the bread that we toasted earlier will give the burgers a really nice crunch. Finally, I'm going to add my avocado, and I'd like to assume that all of you love avocados because who doesn't? I'm yet to meet someone who doesn't like avocado. The avocado is going to give the burger a nice freshness, and I don't even know how better to describe what avocado does to food. You know, avocado just takes everything to the next level. So I'll pile this up and add onto the top slice of my burger, and that is it, you guys. It's that simple. It is equally as delicious. It is very filling. It's beautiful. I mean, just look at those colors. You can't beat this. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.